Hello, everyone. We're here again. And this time we have a specific topic that we want to not only ask and then answer ourselves, but also invite you to explore this. Jen, do you want to share what is the topic of today?
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about why would you want to do this? Why on earth would you want to go into supervising others? It sounds like it would be really cool, and it is. And it also sounds like it would be a huge risk. It's a huge liability risk because it directly impacts your license. So we wanted to talk about why, knowing what we know, do we still choose to do this? Uh, that's our topic.
Alex, why? Why don't we start with you?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a passionate teacher. I love to teach. And so I really like to teach people who want to learn. And so when you have supervisees that are hungry to learn whether how to navigate systems, how to navigate modalities, how to implementation of different modalities, finding diverse ways of working with specific challenging clients, or a new population, I like to bring that skill to the table and supervise. Yes, there's that liability piece, but I think when you set forth that intention and put parameters and boundaries and expectations within that contract with the supervisees, it lessens it more because there's a clear understanding from both parties of what to expect. So as you are teaching, you're educating. There's a lot of hand holding in the beginning, but once you see them get into their groove, evolve, grow, and have their aha moments, there's an excitement there of seasoned clinician coming through. And I think that's the reward, is being able to see the growth, the evolution, and the dynamic between a supervisee and a supervisor, and seeing the how you're being able to influence the field to become better by giving a little bit of yourself in investing in these supervisees. And I love it. Like I said, I love teaching. It's very rewarding, and seeing people's evolve and grow is what keeps me doing this.
Jen, I'm wondering if your experience is like true teacher, good politician. Here we go. Beautiful answer. Because I'm like, I am not getting that.
I feel the same. I love teaching. I love the mentoring role, I think. And I do love seeing people evolve. I think that what I try to do is make it less scary, because when we're in school, we're told, here's all the things that you absolutely cannot do. This is really, really, really bad. Don't do it. And then your licensing board has kind of the same thing, right? Yes, don't do this, you'll be grieved, we'll take away your license. So there's a lot of just fear-based things that I think really hold people back from, okay, well, how do I practice? How do I actually be a good therapist and try not to mess all these things up? So I really try hard to create an environment where it's like, yes, I expect you to make mistakes, because we're human. We will all make mistakes. So let's just put that out there out front. I want you to make mistakes. I want you to come to me when you make the mistakes. I want to be able to talk about them, and let's see where we'll fix it. And I also want to, myself be humble and modeling that I also do not know all the answers. I don't have any superpowers over here that knows what will get you in really, really big trouble, and what, So, also being able to sit there with somebody and say, shit, I don't know. Let's find out. Let me show you how we seek consultation, how we figure this out together. So I think a lot of it is just normalizing the scary parts, so that we can get back to what we actually want to do, which was, again, and I say this all the time, we all got into this field because we wanted to help. We wanted to help in some way, on some level. So how do we help others
Yes.
without being just so scared, because the paralysis of, I don't think I should, I don't know if I should, I don't know which way to, it's just, I think it impedes us a lot, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's what we have learned from Julie Jacobs, which is the person that we tend to do presentations with, is like, the number one is do not sleep with your clients.
right. You just don't do that, you're pretty much okay. There's a lot, everything else pretty much we can fix. Yeah.
And I'm smiling because I'm like, so for me, wanting to supervise was because I didn't have anyone who was working with the population that I was working with. So I tend to work with a lot of immigrants and refugees, humans who do not speak English. So anytime that I went to, like when I was seeking consultation to become EMDR consultant, or even certified, the consultants that I have, they didn't have experience working either with children or with immigrants. When I was working towards my credential for RPT supervisor, was the same thing. So what I have encountered in my journey is that the population that I work with, it seems like not everyone was working with. So I wanted to come in and help people, help supervisees not have to struggle or go and dig in everything that I was learning on the way. So that's why I wanted to do it. It is a liability, let's be honest. Sometimes we get those texts or those phone calls and we're like, wait, what? So that happens a lot. But I love both of your guys' answers, which is we do love to mentor. We do love to share our experiences. Not so that supervisors can learn from our mistakes, because no one learns in someone else's experience, but so that we can share and normalize it. So they get to decide what will work for them. The analogy that I started using in our presentations, and Jen has been listening to this, which is I tend to normalize it by saying when we go from school, we're learning theory. We learn in a fantasy world, what would that look like being a therapist? And we go from practicum to, and during practicum, you're being watched. It's almost like you're a toddler, right? Like you're being watched, you're being told what to do, how to say it. So that feels like, okay. And then they throw you to internship. And then you're like, wait, what? How do I do this? So it's almost like if you are in elementary school and you're like, can I do this? And then when you go to your candidacy, it's almost like if you're a teenager. You're trying to find out your identity. You're trying to find out how do you want to say things? How do you belong? Where do you belong? And then what is it that you want to do? So you start like molding more of your niche, the models that you're attracted to. So this is, I think, where the three of us come in, because we work with either diverse populations. We constantly, the three of us do. And we speak a different language when we're doing therapy, because we work with culture all the time, either because of religion, ethnicity, groups. That's actually, I just realized that. Did you guys realize that too? Or is it just me that I had an aha moment?
The populations?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I think that's one of the things. And, we talk, this could be like a whole other topic, consultation versus supervision. This is why you see us together so much. And because we do consult with each other all the time, because we do work with some, kind of specific populations, and having a different perspective and being able to just talk through things is really, really valuable. And again, that's something that I appreciate on a professional level from my colleagues. And so I want to, be able to kind of create that same setup with my supervisees, so that they do the same with me, but also that they learn to expect that from, and they're, when they're not being supervised anymore, when they're out on their own and can do it all. Because the truth is that I don't know if we ever get to a point, or we should get to a point, where we can operate solely on ourselves without ever asking questions about if we're doing something, I don't want to say right, but if we're doing it in the best way. So yeah, it's those different perspectives, I think, that are really, really valuable, for sure. Yeah.
And like, I'm smiling because I was like, yes. And that just like was integrated for me. Holy crap. We get together, we get along, because we value our different perspectives, working with different cultures. That's pretty cool. Okay. Another reason to love you guys.
If you needed more.
No, I don't.
Oh, but it is important. It is really important. And I think that is why, yes, we are also, we're honest, we're blunt. We use a lot of humor, because that's how we kind of get through this. So we're also very open to feedback.
Yes.
Both Liliana and Alex have called me out on stuff, which I really like, nicely, but I really appreciate it, because that's why I value their friendship, and also just their friendship as, really trusted colleagues, because I can count on them to tell me, yeah, you're off base here, or yeah, you need to look at it from this way, but remember this. So Alex did that in a consultation group last week. He's like, are you sure you want to do that, because you're opening up this and this? I was like, oh shit, you're right. No, listen to Alex. No, don't do what I just said. Absolutely. So yeah.
And and the other piece I want to really bring to the table is that at times, even like, so we all you have supervisees, we do a lot of group consultation, we do a lot of training. All three of us tend to do this as well. I think a lot of times we get stuck in a role. Yeah. And we are very good at holding, hey, remember that don't, for example, that term, pick your brain. It's like, oh, can I have lunch with you and pick your brain? And Liliana's really is like, I hope you are consulting and charging consultation fees. Like, oh yeah. That's right. And so it's almost like we hold each other accountable in the different hats we wear, so that we don't lose sight of the opportunities that do arise for us as leaders, and so we have to really take care of ourselves and watch out for ourselves as friends and colleagues, so that we can allow the field to grow and evolve with us as well.
Yeah.
That's funny you said that. I was like, oh my God, Kara is not here, and like Kara just came out with we have to charge.
Yes,
we're leaders. I'm like, I'm not a leader.
Yes.
And my child part, right? And my child part wants to start singing the follow the leader, follow the leader.
Yeah.
That's how my brain works.
Yeah.
But I love that even here, right? We're bringing even Kara, who also provides supervision.
Right.
And she is the one who started us per se. And yes, that's what we do, and that's what I love this group, and hopefully these videos will get to, you as the spectator will get to see not only why we like each other, but why we work each other and why we hold accountable each other. The trust that we have, it's big.
Yes.
And hopefully the invitation is for all of you who are watching, who's in your circle, who do you trust completely? The invitation for you to create something similar that it will work for you, so that you don't have to do it alone, as Jen was mentioning, because it doesn't matter how seasoned we get, which is another word to say that we're old. But it doesn't matter how seasoned we are in the field, we still need consultation, we still need trainings, we still need readings, we still need to, because the field is changing so much, so rapidly, especially in the last 10 years, with so much information that we're learning about the brain, how we're becoming global, because everyone is resettling everywhere. So again, this is just an invitation of just something short, so that we can think about why we choose to, as Jen, like, why do we want to supervise? And if you do, this will be a way of normalizing what you go through. And then again, any topics that you think will be helpful for us to discuss, send us an email. Again, our information will be below, so that we can help and have a discussion in regards to the topics of supervision. Anything else that you guys want to say before we sign off?
No. Just like Liliana says, reach out. And if you have any friends or individuals that you think that would benefit from us, please feel free to refer us to them as well, especially for those individuals that are working with in the different perspective fields that we're working with, play therapy, EMDR, whatever it may be, EFT, whatever it may be, we're here.
Jen?
We're here. Yes, everything that was just said. And also, just I give back to what I said. Just don't be scared. We've heard a lot. There's not a lot that phases us. that's a lie. Actually, there are some things that still face us. I'm like, whoa, I have not heard this one before. But it's okay. Like, we got this. So you've got this too.
We got to learn today. I think that's the text, right? We're like, whoa, we have not, well, we learned something new today.
Yep.
So until next time.
Bye.
All right. See you soon. Bye.